Alright folks, this is a week 8 update on the Dwarf Pepper project, and I think it's time for some reevaluation. Now the first thing I'd like to say is that this jalapeno is definitely prolific. It has tons of flowers and tons of peppers being set onto it. The only downside is it's still growing. This is definitely not something that's going to be easy to manage inside of an AeroGarden that only gets, 12 inches tall. The hot lemon zest seems to be a little bit more controlled as far as vigor goes, but it's kind of hard to tell because I over-fertilized this one and it zapped the top growth, so maybe it's just a result of that. Now, when I first measured the jalapeno internode distance, they were about half an inch, and you can see that towards the stem. But as you can see on the outside, this is basically just regular pepper growth interstem node distance. This is not something that I would consider to be dwarfing. Now, maybe the final size of the plant is just going to be a little bit smaller than other ones. That I could see with how much fruit load is on here. It's definitely going to stunt the growth, but this is not something that is going to require no pruning at all in order to manage inside the system. With flower buds forming on all of the other Prima Tali versions I have, I'm going to have to think of something pretty quick in order to fix this problem. So one of the solutions is to use this pepper. This is a pepper that I grew from seed last year from some ornamental pepper seeds that I was growing the year before. And yeah, they're standing at about 4 inches. These are over a year old at this point. And the only issue is they have no heat. I believe the pepper variety might have been called Medusa, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, another version is this pepper seedling that I have from this Acapulco multicolor that I grew last year. It seems to be coming fairly true from seed. These are compact, dwarfing. They've already got flowers on them. Look at this one's 4 inches tall and it has a big pepper on it. They mature from purple and they just turn a bunch of different colors. These actually have heat in them though, so this might be a better option for me to do. Maybe I'll just dig up one of these seedlings and put it into the hydro. Now again, one of the issues becomes I have no idea the parentage. I don't know if these are hybrids, but what I do know is the dwarfing stuff seems to be a recessive trait. Otherwise, these would have had all sorts of stuff. At least 50% of these F2s would have been non-dwarfing, but it seems that all of the seedlings that are growing are dwarfing. So that's good. So if the dwarfing is stabilized, perhaps it's going to be color or heat level that's not going to be stable. Again, no heat is a recessive trait, so that might pop up. But it's stuff that can be bred out, so that gives me a little bit of hope here. So it looks like these seedlings are going to be my new dwarf specimens. Also, I put the variegated tie outside, and look, it does have variegation, so I put it out here for no reason. Whatever.